Allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
Off your mic. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. This is Maiyegun Live. We are having a brunch time, weekend version, or Edo's Extra. Well, Maiyegun's Diary Political this afternoon. I know it is breakfast time right now in America and some other North or South American, right now. It is noon here in the UK. Glasgow is also known across the Europe, I believe, as well as Nigeria. Thank you so much. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun is on. Also, we are having the Edo special. half day or half time before they will make the announcement of their charade later, possibly before this night. So far, so worse. Nothing is different. Nothing has changed from the way they are conducting their charade in Nigeria.
Yes, right.
Whether it was the same, it is the same yesterday, today, and of course forever. There are people where they participate in their charade, we should possibly just maybe feel sorry for.
Yes, right.
If you are watching me from Edo State, anywhere in Edo State, you have a chance of calling in onto the program this afternoon. Probably just share your experience with us. I am already loaded with a lot of things that has happened from morning till this hour. In what I believe is the repetition of the same charade, nonsense election, you call it. Share this. Today. So thank you so much for joining me, especially the Templars on YouTube. That's a regular place where, currently, the shadow banning of my Facebook account by Facebook, which has lasted for over 4 years now, despite having over 500,000 followers on Facebook, barely with 200 of them actually get to know that Maiyegun is live. Barely with 200 of them get notification. But on YouTube, we're still kind of doing better. They are yet to shadow ban us, not like what they have done to David Undenyi's platform, simply because he is on the throat of the ruiners of Nigeria. I know our own may come anytime soon, but before then, let us at least use the moment, okay? Share this. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that they could catch up on what has been happening in those states prior to this morning, starting from last night, and then from this morning up to this moment, noon. Thank you. So read the caption of the broadcast as usual. Read the description as well. The rest are just maybe not listed, but are going to be presented as we move on. The D-Day is today. Despite all of, after all the threats, counter threats, accusations, allegations, counter accusations, counter allegations, and all that, and those who have said that their job is to come and conduct a free and fair election in those states, okay? Today, it's already happening. The story of ballot snatching, vote buying, is also still pretty much a prevalence. It is never going to leave your charade that you call the election. Turnout seems to be out. Not many people are really interested in legitimizing the whole thing. Fortunately for those who think they could possibly rescue the states, I'm talking about the Labour Party guys, it may not be working in their favor from what I have seen so far. But hey, it may be too early to call. But some other observations that we have actually noticed before today, usually the observations of things that happens before the D-Day, the ones that will tell you where the pendulum is going to swing and where this direction, this whole charade is headed. It is headed towards the side of the APC, but PDP are not indeed slowing down. I'm talking about Obadonki and his own S2G and all that. Yes, in some places, the INEC deliberately, right, as usual, deliberately ensured that the election materials are not election materials did not arrive in time, and where some of the election materials arrived, they were not, they are not complete. For example, there are places, 2 or 3 places that we have seen. The election result sheets is now part of the election materials INEC delivered. And all these are deliberate. In some places, they will delay the arrival of the materials. And then in some other places, they won't even come, they won't even deliver any material at all. And other places as well, they will ensure that the materials they delivered are never complete. On and on like that, this is how the rigging works. But to some of us who have been paying attention to what is going on in Edo State before today, we are not really going to be surprised. At the end of the day, we tell you to go to court, right? The National Electoral Commissioner, the one that is representing INEC from Abuja, she is a card-carrying member of APC, Egbekegbe. The resident Electoral Commissioner for Edo State is also a member of APC, Egbekegbe. In fact, he is a cousin to Werewike, this man. He is a cousin to Werewike, who happened to be the minister of the FCT. A body of Tifnumbu, the presidiot, the drug baron, who is your presidiot. So these are the guys who are conducting the elections in Edo State today. The other one, which is this lady, this woman, she's a professor. He is, they call her Professor Rhoda Gumus. She is a card-carrying member of APC. And when she was asked, you are a card-carrying member of APC, like, is that not a conflict of interest? He said, no. I have, I have credibility. I have integrity. My membership of APC will not. How can an electoral officer be a member of a political party? Like, who does that? It is only in that contraption, okay? So, initially, I've seen some of these APC, Ebekegbe's voluntary slaves, who said, that's a fake news. That's not, I'm like, I don't have any word for you, all right? Please. I mean, you are voluntary slave for a reason, okay? And then, if not for people like you, APC, Egbekegbe will never succeed. APC, Egbekegbe will never exist, right? However, you, they are enablers, they are voluntary slaves. You are the reasons why they are still existing, unfortunately. Now, the lady met with Sheung last night when Sheung was interviewing some of those who are participating or conducting the election. How can somebody who is a card-carrying member of a party be the National Electoral Commissioner in an election only in the contraption? Yeah, was that last night?
And this morning, when I asked the EO, he said they are not talking to anybody, they are not molesting anybody, but they are there. And our security are also there.
You raised an observation about the logistics.
Yes.
And as to the fact that INEC can do its job, but you have handshake with other partners.
Yeah.
Some of whom have also disappointed INEC in the past. We've seen on election day where some of these transporters didn't show up for the election. Should that happen tomorrow, is there a backup plan?
Yeah, I've told all the EOs to have a backup plan because of what we are seeing today.
In terms of transportation?
Yes, in terms of transportation.
So when we imagine that the RAC center are closer to the collation centers and the ward centers, and the distance you should be able to cover it. Should there be any? So you do not expect there any kind of delay for the start of the exercise tomorrow?
We are not ready for any delay. I've told them have a plan B.
And what is their plan B?
A plan B, because these transporters, they have already arranged with them. I told you we have, MOU with them. We have discussed with them, and they promise that they will not fail us.
Have they been paid?
Yes.
Because one of the in our pre-preparation, Kimpact held a stakeholders town hall where one of the NURTW national officials told us live on TV that the regs and the officials of INEC at the high level, they're the ones who always owe their monies back and cause the operational delay. And that's why I'm asking the question, have these transporters fully paid? Or you give them advance payment?
What we did, we normally, 100%, we pay them 50% when they deliver.
In lieu of?
Yeah. Then the 50% will now be paid. They have been paid. What I tried to find out from some of the EUs, they said the transporter said they were looking for Cash.
And you didn't pay them cash, you do transfer?
Yeah, we do transfer.
I mean, I know you are not the one doing this job. You are just a supervisor.
Yes.
And so there are those who are lower in cadre to you who get this done. And sometimes in the bureaucracy and administrative things, people who circumvent the process. I mean, you are double sure that all these have been settled.
I always go into the bottom if I'm doing something. And I know that this money has been paid.
Good. If you look at it, are you bothered about the kind of reputation or the kind of noise around the man you're working closely with, the rec? There's a whole lot of talk about partisanship, and it's been blamed that he's a relative of a politician. Does that bother you, and how that could affect this election?
I have no idea. So I was told as exactly we are told, but I don't think that will affect this election. When we conduct election, only one person cannot do what he wants to do. Yeah.
So the rec cannot unilaterally determine the outcome of the election?
No.
The rec cannot rig the election?
No.
Can this election be rigged in some ways?
You know that in this country, when I'm saying that when it comes to election proper, it's not one-man business. And the voters are also part of it. The stakeholders are also part of it. We are to go into the polling unit. We have our materials there. And 8 o'clock, by 8:30, we should start the proper conduct of election accreditation. We use beavers. So we use beavers. And it is very, very difficult at this point of technology to do anything with the beavers.
But Prof, I mean, apologies to disagree a bit, because there are a lot of times that we've seen that people circumvent the data on the beavers. They wouldn't use, and records have shown that officials will not announce the result according to what the beavers have said. In fact, transmission of result on the beavers is supposed to have its own record. IRF is supposed to have its own record. But records have shown that people use results are predetermined for the election. And that's how rigging has happened in the last few elections INEC has conducted.
So I want to tell you, I want to actually promise you, I am in charge of Edo. And I want to do the right thing. Even though I'm not everywhere, I want to do the right thing in Edo. And I think that we will conduct this election free, fair, and credible.
If you bribe, we will do collect it.
I cannot take bribe.
No matter how much?
No matter how.
If they give $1 billion to circumvent this process?
I don't have to take $1 billion to do what is right. I will do.
You will stand your ground?
Yes.
Has anybody tried to persuade you?
No way, no way, no way.
Nobody can?
No way, no way. Say no way.
Your mind is made up?
Nobody.
I mean, you know how...
Nobody will even try.
Why?
Nobody will try me.
I mean, can you explain to Nigerians why you think nobody will try to, to persuade you to...
Nobody will try me. You know, in any office you are in this country, they know everything about you.
So you're talking about your reputation?
Yeah. They know everything about you. And when they know, they will not come near.
So no one will come near you?
No.
You are the Margaret Thatcher of this election. So nobody would dare to want to manipulate to use Professor Gomus to rig this election?
No.
And you will not allow anyone to do that?
If I see it, I will not allow. You know, I will not be everywhere. But if I see it, I will not.
Do you have your own way of monitoring if there's anything going wrong?
Yeah. You know, what I do is, you won't believe that since we started this process, every day I'm on the platform with the EOs Every day I am there. Not just one day. In 5 minutes interval, 2 minutes interval, I enter the platform to know what is happening. If there is any problem, I solve it. If there is anything, I correct. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Things are really tense right now. But why did INEC release the guidelines for this election so late? It was released only yesterday.
Guidelines?
Yes, for this election. It was only released yesterday. Or maybe you have it already, but we, the public, didn't know.
Okay, that should be. We have it. We have it. Maybe there was maybe something. We have it.
Person wey talk say she's there every now and then. Now she's surprised that they only just released the guidelines for the election. 48 hours to the election. Anyway, they have already concluded how it's going to go, and majority seems to believe that the only way they believe rigging will be impossible is when a lot of people actually come out. Unfortunately, in Edo, we have no record of a lot of people coming out. We already have the record of people bribing, buying an election, and paying people. And in fairness, right, we've had the EFCC also, gone after the supposed election bias. But Olodu of Kogi was also in Edo State yesterday. Remember, it was the one they used in conducting the supposed primary elections of APC, that produced this Monday, Pobolo or so. So he was there to finish the job yesterday, and the people of Edo State got wind of that, and they went for him. You must leave Edo State. What is he doing in Edo State? They are still there. A lot of them are there. PDP governors, APC governors, they are there with bag of money and a lot of it too. They are also there with a load of their own thugs, just like the normal way they conduct their charade. And that woman, a card-carrying member of APC, is telling you that I will not allow it. And you think we should believe that? If you believe that, then maybe you can please contact me, because I have this ocean that I want to sell to you in Zamfara. A very big ocean like that. If you are interested, okay, it is really available right now. Contact me. I will sell you one, a very, very massive ocean in Zamfara. The other person that will be working with her is this man, whose countenance is, his way and everything is not different from that thug with a wiki. So, what is Olodu of Kogi doing in Edo State? Must go. God bless you, Jerry. Jerry, you can see the craftiness of APC now. That's that crazy laugh. That woman. That should tell you all you need to know, right? And those, it is not her that will rig election. She's just there to validate it and make the pronouncement, okay? Those that will put the whole thing in place, they've done their own work already. So all these ones that everybody is queuing everywhere right now is just to make it look real, legit, all right? And then the result will start coming in later. Last night, Edo youth, They caught people they call the APC, these guys, they're thugs who were brought into their state to come and rig the election. So that kind of created a pandemonium. And at the end of the day, this morning, the Nigeria police paraded these guys. They said these guys, they are APC, ASUE supporters, who have been hired as thugs to come and disrupt the election today. So overnight, there's so many questions about this image. Here you get. Take a look at the supposed local guns they found with them. This look like the normal way that policemen. I'm not saying these guys are not thugs, so they are possibly or bad donkeys thugs. But look at this whole appearance. It looks dodgy, right? The guns they said they found with them, right? These are like guns that the Nigeria police will go back to their armory and they'll bring them out, plus Igbo, plus everything. They will say they are caught with these guns. What kind of guns are these? This one seems like, rusted piece of metals that they buried somewhere that somebody had to bring out and give to these ones. Also, this guy wearing PDP t-shirts. It looks like they actually forced the shirt on him. Like he has some other shirt under, but they had to wear this on him or something. Again, I'm not saying they are not PDP or political thugs, so they actually appear so, right? But last night, when the radio boys went after the alleged hired thugs that they believe infiltrated their community and it was for the election purpose. This took place last night.
See that carry come oh! See there. APC don't carry go passion come walk through oh! See there, see, we don't see am. Soldier don't catch them, see there, see. See there. APC don't carry gun, come walk through. Soldier don't catch them, we don't catch them. Pop passion, come walk through APC, see them, oh! Now this one I want to win. See one of them, not the also. Now one of the soldier also, see them. See them, oh! So soldier they drag out, they go. See the motor will take bigger. See, we don't catch them. See, we don't catch them. Yes, end of the road. Now this one I go, now I feel the election. Now go, I want to do election. See, they start the motor, see. Now they do all this motor, so. See car, see APC. See their car, see everything when they bleed. I don't know what they want to use car to do. See what they bleed for. See the motor. See there. See the motor. With passion. See cadre, let's also. See la police they also. See cadre. See cadre. That is said of Irigan. This is not be Jagaban election. See the cadre, see the bullet. See the bullet, now the policeman also. See the motor where they take big gun. See them. See them. Now read I want to tell you, I can't kill you, my people. That's your tire.
It's unreal. The police did not publish the image of those APC. The military didn't publish the image of the APC thugs caught with guns pump action guns and all of that, and their cars and all that. So they did not publish their images. Or then we woke up this morning with the image on the official social media handles of Nigeria Police. These two men were paraded as those who are PDP thugs. They arrested overnight. And then I know see pump action or see waiting. Which kind of gun be this? Edo people. Because I don't understand though. What is this how local guns are made in Edo? Which kind of gun be that? Like, is that a gun? Gun with one what's be this one? Cartridge. So it's a little bit dodgy. All right. All of this because they won't win election for Edo states. They do elections to choose person who will lead you. People are being killed. People are being shot. On top election that finally, whether na PDP, whether na APC, they go still come back and steal the money, loot the money, punish the people. Nothing you go see for 4 years. So, Anyway, now this morning, everybody got ready to go and vote. All right, including Oshiomole, Akpata, Aswe, and the rest of them. They were all out to cast their ballots. Okay, in some places we had their thugs, the thugs of APC, the PDP thugs. You know, everybody's just trying to hold their own base. All of this for election. Now, I have the collection of some of these happenings, including those who are selling, those who are buying votes, giving people 5,000 naira. About 5,000 naira to vote for APC, 5,000 naira to vote for PDP. Baba, and people are collecting the money, okay, and they are voting for them in 2024. Despite apologies, guys, okay? I do apologize, all right? Thank you so much that you quickly call my attention to it, okay? Sometimes, right, the sound can act that funny. So where were we? I don't know why my sound there suddenly just disappeared, okay? But I think it's back now. Really, really sorry about that, right? Yes. Again, I was talking about the guns. As I was like, which kind of gun be that? Edo people, now local guns. Will you call that one local guns? What kind of gun is that? Because the soldiers, the video I played, right? The soldiers caught some guys. They said they are APC guys with pump action and so many other election materials, bullets that they found in their cars, right? Now we woke up this morning. We did not see the images of those people caught by the soldiers in that video. Nowhere. I looked everywhere. I didn't see it. So the only image I saw is the image of these guys. The image of these guys. Which I can't see any pump action gun. I'm so sorry about this sound, okay? Just skip it, right? I can't see any pump action guns in front of them. And these ones that they paraded as PDP, right? Where are those ones that they actually caught in that video at Oredo? Also, in 2024, people are still doing political thuggery. Like people are still kind of like want to rig election for people that are going to loot you, steal from you. So we are going to go straight to what happened this morning, from this morning now, all right? So Oshiomole and Co and the rest of them, they were all out today, including those they gave money to go and buy votes. Baba, they were sharing 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. That's like being given £2.50 Oh my God. £2.50. £2.50. Or what was that? In dollars. I get $1 per year. It's like being offered. How much is their dollar exchange in Nigeria now? 1,660, 3,002. 3,002 plus 16. That's gonna be like 4,008. So 4,800. That is to pay $4. Criminals are offering them for $4. $4 for 4 years. So I saw videos where people were buying votes for 5,000 naira. And people are collecting the 5,000 naira to go and vote and mortgage their future again. So they will claim to be hungry. It's because we are hungry, we are poor. That's why they are buying our votes. And I'm like, what about those ones who are actually sharing the money? People who stole money from you, PDP, APC, they now gave the money to the poorest among you. They said, okay, go and start sharing it and give it to people. About for $4. Despite all waiting people I don't see. Despite waiting your face, your eyes don't see for Nigeria, for APC and for PDP and. You see went out there to go and collect for $4 or $350, £2.50 to go and vote for APC PDP. So I saw where they were being caught, you know, where they are, what do you call it, EFCC. You know, they arrested some other places. No, they won't probably see others, isolated cases, right? Then I'm like, in 2024, people see they do political thuggery for politicians, for political parties. Like, what exactly do you expect to be your reward? Like, people are willingly working for them to go and collect 5,000 naira to vote. 5,000 naira. Not even like 50,000 or 500,000 naira. You see, if you won't sell your vote, you're supposed to say, Omo, I won't sell my vote to give me $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. That's going to be like how much? 1.6 million naira. That's something that you can say, okay, I sold my vote for 1.6 million naira or 1.7 million naira. And then people can say, you shouldn't have sold your vote. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, at least it's something. About $4. In 2024, people are collecting pennies to validate the fraud that we kind of deny them the better life, good job, good infrastructures, security, and including the supposed education for their children. People are there. They say because they are poor. A stupid excuse that a lot of them actually give. So what we're going to do now is that we are going to go to Edo State now. I consider this as a part 1 because later this evening I intend to bring more. But I won't lie to you. I have the collection of all these happenings all over Edo State today in a combined clip. All right. So I will start with Ushiomole, who was seen as well at the polling unit this morning. Then go straight to that of a Labour Party candidate. Then the Deputy Labour Party candidate. Then the APC. PDP candidate. Then and on like that. Then you see everyone who came out today, and the same drama that we have known with the election in Nigeria, replaying itself again. In 2024, people have not learned anything. If you are some of those who are thinking we are waiting for 2027, damn it.
The elderly women, well, I'm not a small boy, but these women have more challenges than myself. So I'm happy. I pray that this is the case in most places. A couple of people have called me and they told me that they have started voting and asked about the environment. They tell me it's peaceful. So, I'm very certain that the RANEC, this situation prevail everywhere as I pray it is going. The process is even much more important than the outcome. And You also know the campaign, we see is one man, one vote, one woman, one vote. So even when some people are threatening that there will be one acting national chairman said they were going to do bloodbath and so on, he will be abroad because he's in Abuja and he's wishing the people that kind of thing. But by the way these people are conducting themselves, you know that those guys are living in a food paradise. They assume that their privileges coincide, or their interests coincide with. So I'm happy, and I'm also happy that you guys, because I know you don't have a station in this community, that you got here before me. I'm a bit ashamed. So I have to be here before you guys.
Talk to us about, okay,
So good morning, sir. Sir, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Naro.
Yeah. So you are here to vote today. What's the reason for you coming out to vote today, sir?
Okay, my reason for coming to vote is because I want transformation. And I believe greatness. And I believe forward ever, not backward never. So that's the reason for my commitment.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You will see that both the rural communities and urban communities, when they see me approaching here, the way they react, you will think that I have come to do something new for them. That's why I have always argued that Nigerians are the easiest people to govern. The people have not forgotten that in this community, we were raising money, contributing to buy mushroom classrooms, and children were sitting on the floor or screaming. Look at the schools many years later. I left government about 8 years ago. You can see these schools, and everywhere you go, you see this red roof. They don't forget. The roads they pass, we build those roads, and we build them well. Like I used to say, to be rural, you know, to be inferior. And we build standard roads, both rural and urban areas. And because they were standard roads, those roads are still there. And what excites them more is that they compare those roads that I built more than 10, 12 years ago, 30 years ago when I was a governor, and they compare them to the one built by the current person, the current government, other 1 year, with one rainy season, they are washed up. So they now more than ever before understand that, you know, the local people that whenever you have kuta, that is nylon tie, they don't know that there is a difference between a well-designed, well-constructed that was meant to really enhance the economic and social life of the people, compared to the one that is just done like make-believe, not with the intention to really work, and money is scattered away. So people can see over time. I was always appreciated anyway when I was governor, the second term election. Don't forget, I won 80/80 in the heart of Benin, because again people talk of ethnic issues. And those analysts often tell me 100% off the mark. From this village, the people of Benin, the great Benin Kingdom, 77 wards. I not only won all the 18 local government areas, but all the 77 wards in Benin Kingdom, I won. Why? Because every community has something to show. They can point at what I did while I was in government. And many years later, when I go to those places, they tell me, since you left, we have not seen something new. And so that explains the affection, the bond between me and the people and the elderly. And whether people believe it or not, rural people, they may not speak the best of grammar, but they have sufficient native intelligence to distinguish between bad government and good government. And their definition of good government is providing those basic things. They are not asking any governor to create a long dining table to invite them to feast. Do the road so we can go to the farm, and when we are blessed with harvest, we can take the produce to the farm. Ensure that there are build good schools that will attract the children to go and remain in school. Employ teachers that will teach the children. So that although today condition may be hard for the average poor person in a village, but they hope that with the benefit of education, people like us from this village rose to become governors. That also is clear there. But when they see that they have to contribute money to pay their teachers, because government is not employing teachers, and they have to call their well-to-do children to contribute money every month. Nobody needs to now compare that to when I was here. So I think that is the affection, and I'm very humble.
So what is your reaction to APC plans to utilize this election?
But when you ask this kind of question, I should ask you the question. You came here before me. Through the TV, I realized that people were already voting. I was telling somebody through the TV, I saw my mother. That's how I really run. If my mother in the 90s can come here to vote, what the hell am I doing at home? So I have to rush here. You have seen the environment. Did you see anybody hiding anywhere sharing money? What is the vote by? What did they say? They say APC was planning. We are, like during the campaign, I was always telling them, when they hear a governor say he's a chief security officer, he's calling the police, he doesn't understand that, although because of the bias in the segment of the media, police are not to take orders from the government on criminal matters. Nothing the Police Act says a government shall direct the police when to arrest. It is the police that defines what constitutes a crime. They are the ones who receive reports about alleged crime activity and suspects, and then devise ways and means to arrest, to investigate, and when they are convinced, to prosecute. It's not the governor to give order. Why are you arresting somebody? And yet people take it as the governor says, as a governor, I give order, I'm a chief security officer. That doesn't mean that police will take order to define who should be arrested. And when, as a governor, order your watch, people carry AK-47, shot a policeman to use on duty, and died broad daylight at airport road. The criminal right to government house.
Level. But yes, we have the Edo State, vigilante security network. Perfectly well. Right. Actually, with the Edo State security network, they complain about not being paid. So it's actually not even being managed well. Now, what stops the government from being the uptakers, of the farm produce? What stops the government from, if you really want to encourage agricultural prosperity?
Now, Doctor, I'm here to cut you, but we do have to take this as we see the candidate for the Labour Party, and that's Barrister Olumide Apata, as he addresses the press.
I was given my ballot paper. I went to the booth. I some printed where you would imagine I would some print, and then I stuck it in the ballot box. Everything went well. I want to hope that this is the experience of every Edo voter. But I'm not going to make it here. I'm going to wait for feedback from around the state. It's 192 wards, 4,500 polling units. We are hopeful that this will be the experience of every Edo voter, and that I am calling on INEC that the playing field should remain level, giving any undue advantage. All of our agents should be allowed into the collation center. The agents should be allowed into the collation centers. Nobody should be hindered or prevented from going into the collation center, so that we can all witness the process and be able to confirm that it was carried out in the manner as prescribed by law, the Electoral Act and the Constitution. So I am calling on INEC. This is an off-cycle election. The only gubernatorial election taking place in the entire country. So they have no excuse. They have the luxury of being able to...
So that was Oshiomhole, practically putting himself at the center of the whole thing. When he was governor, how people loved him, how blah, 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 all lies though, right? But it was right that at some point, Edo people actually stood by him. Indeed. But what did they get in return? Failed governments. But nevertheless, he still got rewarded when his own Suji, or bad donkey, was made a governor. And at the end of the day, it turned against him. And Oba Donkey too got stood by the Edo people against Oshiomhole. What did the Edo people get from Obadonkey? Another failed promises and failed government. Grandstanding to keep, his own largesse by ensuring that his own successor is guaranteed by him. That could possibly cover his ass, However, today is the day that we see how far that goes. That's the first part of the, Now, I'm going to let Olumide complete what he's saying. You're going to hear from Igodalo too. Then the other guy who is Olumide's deputy, who also casted his own vote, his own ballot earlier as well. Then we're going to go to the people. What is going on out there? How far are the thugs, the political thugs of APC, PDP, how far are they doing? The vote buyers and on, including the people, members of INEC, the staff of INEC, who came to polling unit without election result sheets. So even if you cast your votes, you still won't have anywhere to record it. Okay? So because of our time, let's go to the next one. Here.
Have the luxury of being able to deploy their resources to this state, all of their resources. They have the latitude of being able to ask the security forces to focus on Edo State. So I would imagine that anyone giving all of those tools and resources should be able to do a good job. So I'm hopeful. All eyes are on them. The entire country is on INEC, and we're hoping that they will do a good job.
All right, so before you go, in terms of security, what would you say? How tight has security been in Edo? We heard there was a shootout at Oredo yesterday night, and some political thugs were apprehended. How would you respond to that?
That they were apprehended is a good thing, right? So I'm thinking that with the massive deployment into the state for this process, first and foremost, that's a good sign for me. Now it is left to be seen whether or not that deployment is for the people or the deployment is to benefit certain individuals. I mentioned yesterday that I noticed that 2 APC trucks were parked outside the home of Senator Shomole. That does not give me confidence. 2 APC trucks, these are major equipment meant for the people. What are they doing outside the home of Senator Shomole on Okoroton Avenue in Jari? So that gives me cause for concern. But we are watching, and we are not without remedies.
All right, sir. There seems to be logistic problem with INEC because sending materials to
allow me get feedback from the field. I cannot comment on that now. It is only what time is it? I need feedback from the field before I can tell you about my own perspectives on the issue of logistic challenges. But anyone who is operating in Edo State and who needs to go by road around Edo State will have challenges. Anyone who needs to travel from point A to B in Edo State will have challenges. So I'm not surprised to hear that. At least if we're talking about road transport.
Sorry, lastly, sir, do you think the rain thing, whether we have affects potential now?
Rain affects a lot of things. People stay home when it's raining, but they will come out because the people want to vote, and we have time. So I'm sure that once the rain subsides, the crowd was huge here before now, and they're not going to go home. So let's do it that way. All right, thank you.
There is the candidate for the Labour Party, the governorship candidate for the Labour Party has just
in Uromi, Ward 8, Unit 3, about an hour ago, one of our supporters was arrested by many mufti carrying guns. Number one, nobody should carry a gun into a polling unit. That's against the law. It's against the regulation. But you just see people behaving indiscriminately and behaving in the way they are behaving, oppressing and trying to intimidate our folks. But it won't happen. We won't be intimidated. We won't be oppressed. People can't just go around those. How come it's only PDP supporters that have been arrested? Every day, you see APC supporters, doing all of the worst things imaginable, but nobody arrested. Nobody even investigates them.
This supporter that was arrested, what was he doing that made them arrested?
He was in the polling unit. He was queuing, waiting to be accredited. He was queuing up waiting to be accredited.
So what's your call to the appropriate authority now?
They should create a free and fair level playing field. This is getting too much.
All right.
Particularly from the police force or people that claim they're policemen. I don't want to think they're true police. They may be rogue policemen. And there are some known police officers, particularly in Uromi area, who are trying to settle scores, and it's not necessary. And they're using the police force to try and settle personal scores. And it's not fair. And we've said this before. The chairman of the party said this at the press conference some weeks ago. And we keep saying this. Policemen, if they want to be politicians, they should retire and come and be politicians. But if you're a policeman and you're being a policeman and a politician, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
That APC and their representatives are dishing out 10 thuggery to voters. So, but I hope that people adapt. The people will understand that there's not much change and vote according to their conscience. If they decide to say their conscience, good luck to them. Good luck to them. So, we'll continue to watch the process. I am here now, and I will remain here until the voting process is over.
Trust. We don't get here now. This is Niger Delta. Now block if our language. So now block and one speak. Where all Niger Delta people, all the people will hear. All my mother and my father don't stay here. Since 7 o'clock inside rain, they still stay. I did not bring anything for no accreditation, nothing. This is coming governor polling unit. We not agree. We not like them, but this is check the time. It's going to 10 o'clock. We don't even see any. We don't see anybody. It's only security men that are here for safety. It's past 10. It's past 10. Yes. We thank God for all of them. 7 are there here. See, all of them, they sit down because of INEC. No accreditation, no demand, nothing. They just leave us like this. Most of those permanent schools, they got 11 units. Incoming governor, polling unit. We don't like it, we will not take it. What's your name? My name is Christopher Adogere. Yes, I support that. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Have the luxury.
Chaos, wahala everywhere. All because some are busy trying to rig by-election for criminal politicians who pay them to do so. Others are busy disrupting the election elsewhere too. While in other areas, they were waiting. Some are still waiting for the ballot papers to come. It is all chaotic. I mean, that should give you PTSD, remind you of what it is like whenever they are talking about election in Nigeria. It's not an election, even though, right, some will say cases like that are isolated. Like, it's not like it's everywhere. So because of that, you can't say the election is not all right. But are you joking? Places where you see people standing up and you see all those skirmishes are places where people rejected the norm of their usual rigging. In other areas, it just goes on like that, where, and they say you can only rig where you are popular. Here you get now. But in areas where you are not, sometimes the to be cancelled and all of that in your opposition stronghold. I have this list of videos, okay? Let's quickly get over there before we add all our other comments, okay? Here is the continuation, ladies and gentlemen, from the same Edo this morning.
Why don't you have resources here? Where? Tell us why you don't have resources. No resources. You want to have resources. How can we afford to have resources? No resources, no election. We cannot be part of a compromise process. We will not accept it. We need resources. We will not accept it. No. If we don't have resources, we will not vote. No. For what? We cannot be part of a compromise process. We will not accept it. We will not accept it. No resources. No voting. We will not vote. Free resources for us. What's that? They said they will bring. It's not a statement. Can you imagine? They said they will bring. Alright, as you can see, this is Ronibe South. This is Unit 1, Ronibe South. We are here, we started voting. But we just discovered that there's no resources. How can they expect us to be voting without resources? Does it work that way? They want to compromise the process and we will not accept it. We are not going to vote until they show us the resources. We will not vote. We will not vote. Can you come to our election without resources? Does it work that way? We will not vote. We will not compromise this process. We will not vote. For what? What are we voting for? Yes. We will not accept it. We will not vote. Call your superior. Tell them that this is what we are saying. We are not going to vote. You don't provide us with resources now.
Everybody is running away. It's raining heavily here at my unit. It's raining. I see the roof of the school. So even if you hide, you're going to get drenched. You can see other folks are here to vote. They came very early, and INEC is not here on ground. Ima, are you happy with the situation on ground? You can see she's not happy. How can an old woman come to vote to exercise her rights, her franchise, her civic responsibility, and then INEC staff is not on ground? Almost 10 a.m. Is this how it happens in civilized world that, our elected leaders visit? That they go for medical tourism? In fact, elections should be scrapped. This democracy is a sham. Enough is enough.
We are here live in Ward 6 in Iyaru. We have our principal voting today. He'll be voting in Ward 6. As you may know, Ward 6 is ward right voting. So the place is actually calm this morning. As of this moment, there is no problem. People are here, they are coming to sort their names and get accreditation. The INEC staffs are taking time to brief the voters on how to go about, aggregation and voting. Right now, voting have not started, but it will start perhaps in a short while. So this place is peaceful. This place is, like I said, this is in Oredo. This is in Ward 6. Our principal will be voting in Unit 11. Let me take this camera closer so that I could actually show you his name. So these names are pasted, but if you check here, you see
What about the uncle?
Actually peaceful. There are many polling units in this place, but you'll be voting in polling units 11 or 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we just wanted to bring you updates of what is happening, and we're bringing you events today as events unfold.
They put me now, they petition me, they say I'm making police record. I'll finish up for airport again. After you catch it, after you finish up, I'll die before airport. I will take power, I get in the go, I'll fear. I'll fear. I will get police, I'll fear. I said I'm PDP here now, for not satisfied, for not wrong. I need to say for not wrong since. You see you soldier, first time soldier, we they share the data, and then they get money to share. And when they get from the greedy, still give it to you. I see anybody, I see PDP leave for this place. That will not scatter here. Uncle Ui! Fire!
That is Edo Emmanuel that is boasting that is going to destroy the votes of PDP in Ward 9. Anywhere PDP wins, it will destroy the votes, that they will scatter it. But we know that is an empty threat. But that is what Edo Emmanuel is boasting of. APC boy Edo Emmanuel, one of their talks at Airport Road that day.
So some set of the ballot is the number of registered voters for this particular polling unit. For Ward 4 Unit 19, the number of registered voters now 1,326.
1,326.
Yes, 1,326. So because of that, it passed 1,250. So we split the polling unit. Then split the polling unit into two for us. If you see the register here, we have two registers for the same polling unit. The first one is from alphabet A to L. So if your surname for your voters card starts from alphabet A to L, now from this register we will mark your name. Then if your surname starts from alphabet M to Z, now for this register we will mark your name. All in the same polling unit, Ward 4 Unit 19. By the time we finish, we will join everything together, turn out to one polling unit. Then if you also see the beavers, we get two beavers for this polling unit because it is a splitted polling unit.
Somebody said in 2024, chaotic election. Black man can elect their own leaders because the criminals who are conducting and organizing their elections are a bunch of criminals. They make it so. Make it impossible, difficult, chaotic for black people to elect their own leaders. They can't. despite all that is going on in the country, that everyone is a living witness, there are always willing tools in the hand of unprogressive animals or unprogressive elements. Black people have no capacity to elect their own leader. Nigeria is the biggest black nation on earth. Nigeria is the most populated black nation on earth. Nigeria is where the highest number of black people, highest concentration of black people in the world. And yet, the criminals in charge of the contraption have made it so impossible for these black people to elect their own leader. What a life. In 2024, people are there. In 2027, they will be there as well. Willing tools, enablers of backwardness, enablers of illegality. And you can't progress as a people like that. It's impossible. Somebody said they should do electoral reform. Who go do them? It's like asking these criminals to sack themselves and then gas station law report around. That is, sack yourself and report yourself at the nearest police station that you are a criminal who have been instrumental to the backwardness of Nigeria for 64 years. 64 years of independence. Nigeria cannot elect their own leaders in a free and fair election. It is impossible. And in another 100 years, it is still going to remain the same. That's how we are begging you to break up this contraption. Please. Let's go back to Edo State again. This time around, Asue Godalo, as well as Monday Ekpobolo, they have something to say about the election again, right? And then others who are participating earlier today. Remember all you are watching right now on Maiyegun's Diary Political and what happened earlier today. Between the hour of 700 hours, which is 7 a.m. this morning, to 1200 hours, which is 12 noon this afternoon. I am still bringing back to you this evening what happened in the other half of today, including how this is going to end. I have received the news here that they have extended the voting time now because of the wahala they've experienced so far. In some areas where they have not been able to vote due to the delay in the electoral materials, election materials and all that. So they will make this evening. Go back there.
When I reach out, you go back. Yes, thank you, guys.
Leave there, go and complete. Leave there. What's the home? Not the work. You do your work, I do my work. Place yourself very well. Stop. And you now not be doing
You know it's secret ballot, so yes, you can't see how I put it. Well, I will not put against myself. And
Not one snap now.
Okay. Sir, you will look here, sir.
Sir, look here, sir.
Look here, sir.
Look here, sir.
this is what
Mr. Peter said, get you one.
They are pushing me, no matter I'm not backing anything. They are pushing me.
This time around, I'm rating INEC very high. Reasons because everything is moving smoothly and the beavers is working perfectly. You see it very as if you have not done it, you have done nothing. So it's like just go there and vote. That is how it is right now. I believe the way it is, it should be like that everywhere. It's okay here. I don't know others. But what I'm seeing here is like a testimony that INEC is getting it right.
Have you gotten any feedback from other polling units, other areas in Edo State so far, so good this morning about the arrangements?
A couple of friends are calling me to say I'm getting a lot of votes from different places. But I'm not there. Here I know that PDP or whatever will not get one vote here because this is my home. And my people love me. So for that reason, I have nothing to fear in my home.
There were concerns about security generally. I know you've been in Benin for the last few days. You have also come here. What is your impression on security deployment for the election?
Yeah, I know that everything they are saying about security, this, that is hyping. I know nothing is happening. You can see. Nobody is fighting. No knockout even. No a stick of matches. So it's just for people to scare people away from voting. That, Obaseki is, I don't know. His wisdom, I don't know. He wanted to cause fire in Edo State. I invariably cause fire in Nigeria. I think it's perfect. Everything will be okay. By the grace of God, everything is moving.
When you come out today to vote?
I come out, I can't vote my conscience. So because like this, everything for Nigeria tear apart. So if you get voters card, you go, may you come out, come vote, so that matters go better.
This your conscience, who you pick so?
Normally, in Akpata, I pick.
Why you think say Akpata will change things?
I don't really know much about the Akpata man of a thing. I don't really know much about the man, but seeing waiting PDP and APC, they use our eyes see for Nigeria. To me, I believe say may we give another party the chance. Because right now, when I want to, I not say the problem they come from Oga Jagaban Emilokon, but if we begin doing from state to state, you get, and based on that pattern, a young man, you get, instinct, in go like feel the pain of my youth, they hungry. I'm a graduate, I went to school, I'm done serving, and I'm working for somebody with little or no salary. If say Nigeria better, I believe say I suppose stay in good position. But because say everything for the place get the way it be, now why they do sales work, which I no plan to do. I studied accounting and I graduated well. I suppose they work for bank or one kind better firm. But the matter be say, who want give you work? Because Nigeria now, who know person, they give person job. And I no get papa, so and automatically I don't know person. When go give me person contact, when go give me job. But if it be say our leader now, our president, he depend for a house. He go depend and say, people when they outside, they hungry. So like this now, make them share. I know say if they come out, they'll promise us everyone else, but last we know they see anything. So since the ones when we don't they give the vote ever since no give us anything, may we give another one more see how the matter one be.
As you don't understand votes like this, you believe say INEC go do waiting, go count this thing well.
INEC na jagba they do. Na jagba because it not see sweet for them. Because if it's sweet for them, as their president something say, may they not do one way. Therefore say no, I know do one way based on it's sweet for them. So like this, Nigeria now where person for see chop, knife for the chop. So because say that they find money now they want to buy rice. My neighbor they tell me the other day say wife go buy rice 110,000. So because say they want to see rice shop, they want to see Gary when one rubber banana 3,000-4,000 shop. As you tell them, they do one, so they'll see do one. So Nigeria now, with all of us, they pray, now make Nigeria better. If it's sweet for you, it's sweet for me. Everybody will do all right. I remember when they sell one rubber of Gary 400, 350. All of us do all right now. Still get the time when we'll go market, we'll buy rice, we'll buy fish, 150. We'll still shop where like big man begin. All of us do all right. So since like this now, based on everything, the way everything can they no day like that. I don't blame my neck because now we're the one for shop. They see the fan.
As I don't they voice they are I don't know be Lagos. I don't know be Lagos. What did they mean by that one?
I don't know be Lagos. I believe they say Jagaban ain't get Lagos. So be like Jagaban, they try. I don't know be Lagos in the sense that what did they happen for that side, no fit happen for you. You get so what everybody feel say if it too, we go benefit all of us, me all of them too. Now be like this. Now the way me take on this feed, best enough to tell me what to do. If you give me small thing, I'll collect and I'll take press, normal. But you not to tell me what to do. You get so now so now it's supposed to be. Now so now the matter you reach. Now so it be.
For Ohinisi in.
Did you see that Monday Pobolo, the APC governorship candidate? If they rig in, it is not because if they succeed, it is not because Oshiomhole and INEC have all the power to rig him in. There are actual people that are voting for him. Yeah. To pay back Oba Donkey for disappointing them is to reward an incompetent person that could barely express himself, your governor. I mean, you've seen those ones where people express them. They will say, oh, what about those ones where people express themselves? What did they do? Right. Edo State, listen to this. So, the most educated states in Nigeria is Imo State. Next, most educated people in Nigeria, they are Edo. It used to be the Yorubas, but no thanks to the criminals in charge of the Southwest Nigeria who have destroyed education, especially in the last 25 years. They've destroyed education enough that we are no longer educated region or educated people in Nigeria. So Edo people are the second most that having somebody like that who could barely express himself, somebody who is going to be a front for other political criminals, is just a key. It's going to be the master key for those who want to kind of access your, your commonwealth. A lot of you have the choice to make, and what they want you to do for them is just to help validate it. You understand what that means, right? It doesn't need all of you to vote for him. It just needs few of you. The rest will be written, right? And that's all it takes. When he becomes your governor, you can possibly just get yourselves ready for the shaggy that is coming on. I'm not saying others are probably better or not. At least somebody who have the mind of his own, somebody who can actually read through, documents in front of him and make an informed decisions that will likely affect millions of millions of your lives in Edo State. It's such a shame, bro. It is, but it is what it is. Listen to the the other part of what happened across Edo State this morning in this their Edo Decide. I gather all of them together. Okay, this one is not that long.
And what we gathered here is that the voting is still ongoing and is very peaceful. And most people have already voted and left here. These ones here, mostly youths from this community, said they are waiting for, they've already voted. They say they are waiting for the prime time of 2:30 when counting will commence. And they said it went on well. So let's speak to one of them to ascertain how it went on. And it's still going. So tell us, how did it go?
I'm Honorable Edo. Actually, the NEC meeting and the election was very peaceful here, as you can see. We're only waiting for the prime time of 2:30. So we start counting the vote.
Okay. So what of the beavers machine and everything?
I think the beaver machine was okay. I think I commend the NEC for that. We will not have a beaver problem as far as this unit is concerned.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we'll still give you updates as it unfolds.
There is no need that Labour Party is here. There is no need that Labour Party is here. Understand? There is no need that Labour Party is here. Because na PDP Jaka, including officers, Jaka had to vote. They had to wire, and yes, so that. What then? Labour Party so who gini election. On the PDP be in election na GTC.
Na GTC kaino.
Na GTC.
GTC kaino.
GTC kaino. What are you? For na more than 100 times, including the workers. Including in the NSEC. Ejaka had to the vote. So you have na drag away Uroba na Labour can never Labour na wago. And or don't why na ka to cha sign a result ye ni. Ikon. Arrest my case.
Ada tell him to vote eba. Why you be eba tell him to vote? Why you be eba tell him to vote? Why you be eba to vote? To area.
Emekenes katana. See their brothers, so their brothers, so no, if person don't get card, you no go vote. If person don't go vote, you no go vote. Who no get card, you no vote. If you don't have card, you cannot vote. You cannot vote. Anybody that have no card, you no vote. Honor your voting. Not be my your brother no come to here beg.
You know that we have 4,519 polling units across the 18 local government. And so far, we have deployed 4,622 beavers to the various local government. And we also have backup of 660 beavers. For them, we have trained the operators for the beavers. They are set. And the idea is they will vote. Beavers is to accredit the voters, to know the total number of voters that to vote at that level, that polling unit. After that, then the voters will now start voting. At the end of the day, they will count the result, and it will be uploaded to our IRS. That is the stage we are now. So be rest assured that we'll conduct an election that we can call our own.
Okay, I know Cynthia is about to take over. I just want you to confirm. So are you saying that this election is going to be, the results will all be transmitted electronically? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Unless there is no network in that place. That is only, if not, it will be transmitted.
Unless. Anyway, I have shown you a lot going on today in their supposed charade election. In some places, they have already started collating the results. They've concluded voting where there has not been any much skirmishes, right? They've concluded voting. They've started counting. And in some places, they've even started announcing the results. Not so many, like a few places where they've concluded. And in other areas where they've not been able to vote at all, they have extended the voting time. All of these are going to come in the subsequent report later this evening. Just so you know that if you think they have an election in Edo State today, you are totally wrong. They are not having real election. They are having the usual chaotic charade where a winner is going to be announced, you know, whether you like it or not. A winner will be announced, and when that winner is announced, whoever disagrees will be advised to go to court. So I won't conclude without acknowledging the virtually impaired voters who were also provided for to participate. I'm talking about people who can't really see, indeed, like this guy.
This is Unit 5 in Okaigbe Primary School, Ewogili, Eastern Southeast Local Government Area. And voting and accreditation are still ongoing simultaneously, despite the fact that it is over 2 p.m. in the afternoon, the official time for voting to end. However, INEC cannot officially close shop until the last person on the queue here has cast their ballots. The delay has been attributed to late arrival of voting materials and INEC officials. However, the process, the exercise is ongoing smoothly. In this sort of situation, it is usually difficult for persons living with disability to participate in the exercise. I am here, luckily enough, with one of them. He's in this unit. He's one of the over 4,000 persons living with disability that's registered for this 2024 governorship election. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, he is visually impaired. What's your name?
My name is Comrade Matthew.
All right, so for a visually impaired person who has participated, you have voted, right?
Yes.
So for a visually impaired person who has participated in the election, what was it like for you?
Well, coming here today, I can categorically say that the election has been peaceful, friendly, the environment is very friendly. Although this is not my first time voting here, this has been holding the unit for a very long time, so the environment is very familiar with me. But the only little issue I have with the officials today is for me to advise them or encourage them to always tell the agents to let them know that there are people like me on the queue or that actually want to vote so that they can actually give us that space. But apart from that, I think I know that the election has been very peaceful and everybody is really cooperating with the INEC officials and also the court member and the security agencies.
All right. So, any other word for other persons living with disabilities who might be scared to come out to vote because maybe they might be worried that they might not be given the treatment they want? What's the word for them?
Yeah, for me, as I said, I'll be voting here, and it's kind of a family affair. Everybody is familiar with me, and for those who are not in the rural area, for example, those in the urban area, I know it's kind of stressful, and the world is well overpopulated. Because of that, they may be thinking that the crowd may be too much for them to navigate their way to the polling booths to cast their votes. But I want to use myself as an example to them that as far as they get there, they should try to introduce themselves. They shouldn't be shy. They shouldn't be scared. Be free to introduce yourself to the officials, and with that, they can give you the necessary assistance for you to cast your vote. So there's no issue for any PWD, especially visually impaired, to cast your vote as far as you are well informed and you also carry out a proper introduction to the people in charge of it.
All right, many thanks. And there you have it. We are hopeful that as the process goes on, it will be easier.
If you are visually impaired, you can participate in their elections. You just kind of get assisted by them. Some people were wondering that there were Igbo-speaking Edo-lites. Yeah, Edo is such like, it's like in the middle. Okay, so like Obadonki put it yesterday, it's like a transit state. If you are moving from the west to the east and to the north, you will pass through Edo. And similarly, the way the crafts are, they kind of, craft and cut out the states. You have the Igbo-speaking part of Edo State. You have the Yoruba-speaking part of Edo State. The Benin, the Asian, the, so many ethnic or tribal groups in Edo that makes up the Edo states as a state. Okay, so that is what we have from Edo State so far this morning till 2 p.m. I think this afternoon. Now the collation and all that for the rest of the day will come later this evening. Okay, so that's their elections. They will say chaotic, stressful, and like any of their charade you've witnessed in the past, nothing has changed. Nothing will change. And yeah, this is the circular released by INEC this afternoon. That they are extending the voting time, extension of voting time in areas where the process commenced late. I don't think they actually put out the list of areas where the election started late, but they just gave a blanket statement, issued a blanket statement where people are made to believe that, listen, if you haven't been able to participate so far, you will still be able to. They are aware in some of those areas, okay? So they said our monitoring indicates early commencement of polls in many polling units, but there are also reports of late commencement in some locations. To ensure that no voter is disenfranchised, the Commission wishes to reiterate that in line with our regulations and guidelines, voting will be extended wherever it commenced late and will continue until the last voter on the queue who arrived at the polling unit by 2:30 p.m. has voted. Accordingly, we have drawn this attention of our office in Edo State to ensure that where necessary, there is adequate power supplies from our backup electric generators in the affected polling unit or ward collation centers. So to everybody who is familiar with their games, this is just the first part. The next part is going to be the collation, as well as which a lot of people will go to the collation centers. Collation centers is where they always flex muscles. For instance, the federal police or the military, they can prevent other political parties from entering the collation center and at the local government level, and that's where they believe the rigging will also take place before an announcement is made. And if they want to finish everybody totally, they will not announce the results in Edo State. It will be announced in Abuja. I'm not saying that's the plan, but if you are familiar with their games, right? So don't be surprised if that should happen, okay, later today. So I would want to open the line just to see that if you are watching this broadcast from anywhere or any part of Edo State today, and you have you as an eyewitness have something to tell us how it went and something you think we should know, the line will be opened for the next few minutes. And if we do not have any from Edo State who want to add something to this conversation today, we can always postpone that to later this evening, okay? But I am going to take a short break now. And when I come back, in fact, hang on, before I even take a short break, I think there is this statement made by the Labour Party scribe, especially Ahmed Dati yesterday, plus their new caretaker transition chairman, Nenadi Usman. I'm talking about Labour Party here. I will add that statement to this before I go on break. Ahmed Dati talking about, the battle they are fighting and why they believe that they have a chance of turning the corner on APC and PDP. Not only just now, in fact, in the future as well. Let's go listen.
To save Nigeria. The factors that led to the necessity of having this caretaker committee, again, are all too clear. Everything is backed by legitimate news. INEC had their misgivings to the extent that they had reached. That was a call for the responsible authorities to take the right steps. I'm so happy to be here to say that all the needful were done. I, like many Nigerians, feel we've been rescued. Now we have form. Now we have purpose. Now we have direction. We also have legal backing to ourselves. This committee is going to create what will give Nigerians yet another platform to replace what I call complete failure. The months are ticking. 1 week from the commencement of campaigns. This underscores the need to have the greatest political party in Africa. I'm saying this with all confidence because PDP or other parties used to pride themselves to be the biggest political parties in Africa until we met them at the battlefront. Be they two, be they great, be they big, be they rich. When they felt the heat, they resorted to switching off IREV. When they felt the heat, they resorted to writing the results and returning it manually. Finally, they breached the Constitution, changed the meaning of English language, just because of Labour Party. Labour Party, please, I invite you to realize what you are. I invite us, I remind us what we are. We're a force never seen before in African history. Let me remind us that. With all sense of modesty, Labour Party did what has never been done. In 1999, there was a military government backing and supporting PDP. That's how they lasted 16 years. Nobody backed Labour Party. We had our prayers, we had the support of God Almighty, we had each other. He is in Nigeria. Never be scared about what you see. The numbers in the Senate are not correct. Likewise in the House of Reps, likewise in the state assemblies. The votes of His Excellency Peter Obi and myself, don't be disappointed, they are not our votes. We got 10 million plus. Labour Party, believe in ourselves. I'm saying this because the key to success, first of all, is to know who you are, what you mean, what you can do, what you have done before. If you do that, you have value in yourself. We cannot be intimidated by people who stole elections. Each time you look at them, have it at the back of your mind, these are the people we defeated in 2023. Personally, I saw, with due respect, Alhaji Tinubu boarding and alighting from that brand new aircraft with all the paraphernalia of government, with all the air of arrogance. What did I say? This is the man Peter Obi defeated. Always have it in mind. What we did in 2023 can easily be repeated, even more. This caretaker committee is a building block to our success. You, honorable members, are key elements of that building block. I cannot overemphasize the importance of your being here. I cannot call too many times for you to realize how important every word you say, every action you take for this committee or the cause of Labour Party. what we have out there is complete failure. Complete failure. For the first time, Nigerians were calling on the streets what was never imagined, for the military to take over. What we never imagined. For the first time, they were calling for it. We believe in democracy. The only option to bad democracy is good democracy. That's what we're going to provide. We put ourselves together, provide the party structure from ward to national, make that clarion call for well-meaning citizens to come and contest through Labour Party. When we go out there to meet what I call this complete failure, this chaos that we have, no doubt in my mind, the people that we present for election are going to win in the failure that is out there today. No doubt about it. We're going to catch more states, have majority in the Senate, have majority in the House of Reps. I believe in it. I'm here representing my boss, His Excellency Peter Obi. He will come before the close. I have an excellent chemistry with the leadership. Not from today, not an age-old relationship with this committee. Some of us, we only know each other by name, but we're getting to know each other more and more and more. But like I
and also Nenadi Usman also kind of added a voice. Like I said, their results are beginning to come in now. So from what we have heard, it's like PDP is having a huge win so far. And the next after that is APC. And Labour Party is trailing in third place. It is too early for call. I mean, it's too early to call right now, all right? But from the result that are already pumping in, right? Obaseki has kind of won his own polling unit, massive margin. Aswe has defeated Apata at his own polling unit. And then other result coming from the Edo local government area seems to have been given it to PDP. It's like a bullish run so far. So, but it's too early to call. The other part of that chart, please watch this.
Nigerians to come out and say they prefer military regimes. I tell you, if you do the right thing, with the time that is left from now to elections, Labour Party is going to dominate Nigerian politics. Thank you very much. I hand over to Honorable Chairman, and Honorable Chairman may excuse me. Thank you.
Sincerely, I am very, very grateful. We are here today, my brothers and sisters, on a rescue mission, not just for the Labour Party, but I tell you, for our dear nation, Nigeria. The interest and attention this committee has generated extends beyond party lines. The number of telephone calls I've received, not just from Labour Party members, but people from other political parties who told me that if you get this thing right, we will work together. So we have a huge task ahead of us. Our party, by the grace of Almighty God, will become a platform for all disgruntled, disenfranchised, and unhappy Nigerians. People who are not happy with the way things are going, we are going to be the platform for them by the grace of God. Therefore, we must view this significant result as a major sacrifice. We are here to serve, and that means we have to practice what we preach. If we agree and talk about cutting costs of governance, we must also reflect that in how we run our committee and how we intend to run the party. How we intend to have people who would win election, let them win on a level playing field, take over the party, and run it in such a manner that we will be able to match our words with our actions. As committee members, therefore, we must lead by example. I want to appeal to all of us here not to have exaggerated expectations. This is pure sacrifice for the short period we have. We are setting aside everything that is personal and important to us just to rebuild this party, and we are open to ideas from everyone. Each member must carry themselves with integrity. As we rebrand our party, we must be mindful that social media, particularly the new generation of obedience, are watching us closely. Their eyes are on us. Therefore, our sacrifice must be absolute. Even the choice of this modest hotel is intentional. We could have chosen a more luxurious venue, but that's not who we are, and it's not what Labour Party stands for. Nigerians are suffering. There is hunger in the land, and we must show empathy. We didn't come here to enjoy ourselves, but to make sacrifices. To lead the people, we must be willing to make sacrifices. As members of the Caretaker Committee, our mission is clear. We are here to lay the groundwork for a party that can bring real change and positive change, and also relief to the suffering masses. Our task is temporary, but it is a demanding one. Rebuilding can be more difficult than starting from the scratch. So we must roll up our sleeves, guard our loins, buckle our shoes, and get to work. Meetings may be called at short notice, so I appeal for your understanding and your cooperation. For those of us with the means, this is the time to step up and help. As I said earlier, it is self-sacrifice, and I know many of you are committed to this cause. I didn't expect to be named chairman when I went to Abia. And I was as shocked as anybody else. But I saw it as an honor and a call to serve. That is why I accepted it. As a committee, one of our first tasks must be reconciliation. We need to reach out to all aggrieved members and bring them back into the fold. At the moment, all eyes are on Edo State elections. The Labour Party is closely watching the security services and INEC. We are confident in our popularity in Edo State, and we hope for a peaceful election. Let there be one man, one vote. Let everybody's vote count. After the Edo elections, we will extend our work nationwide, particularly in the north. For those of us from the north, this is our challenge. We must work hard to show the people that Labour Party is committed to a national vision, one that seeks to liberate all Nigerians regardless of ethnic or religious backgrounds. We want to reposition the Labour Party to provide a strong and vibrant opposition, because democracy can never thrive without active opposition and oversight. Our goal is not to stir trouble at all, but to ensure that the government remains accountable to the people and that the government delivers on its promises to the Nigerian people. Through constructive criticisms, we can help ensure that Nigerians get a better deal. Our struggle is for the liberation of every Nigerian. We dream of a united, peaceful Nigeria, where people can travel freely without fear of kidnapping, where bandits no longer threaten our safety, and where the economy is strong enough for every Nigerian to live well. We envision a country where the youth are employed, where education is a priority, ensuring no child is left out of school. I firmly believe that under Labour Party leadership in this country, these goals are achievable. Not in the distant future, but in our time. Once more, I want to thank each and every one of you. And I hope that we'll work closely as a family. Invite opinions from outside, because we don't know it all. No one has monopoly of knowledge. the more the merrier for me. My dream is to have a Labour Party. By the time we finish as a committee, I want us to hand over a Labour Party that will be the largest party from the registration of membership we are going to conduct. I want us to have Labour Party as the largest party in Nigeria. I thank each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of us. Thank you.
Dream on. Nandi. Beautiful speech, though. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should wrap it up early. From the results that are already coming through, I mean, these are not totally like official, okay? Things can still change if they kind of tweak it. It seems that Oba Donkey is going to get this away. I swear Igodalo is going to succeed Oba Donkey. Seriously, the results are popping in. Olu Apata has been defeated at his own polling unit, and he's been trailing behind some of the results that I have seen so far. I'm not talking about social media results that have been like, no, I'm talking about the raw results sheet. Yeah, the result sheet that you see uploaded, right? I've seen few. And then Aswe also he defeated Apata at his own polling unit, while Okwegolo also won massively at his own polling units. So because the results are popping in and popping through, I am going to wrap it up now. We won't take calls. We can leave everything for later this evening, so I can come back here this evening with details. Remember, it is not just going to be about a dual election this night. There are other developing stories that you should be aware of as well. So I'm going to have to mix them all together, manage all of that within 2 hours so that everybody can contribute afterward, okay? Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me again. And if you did join us midway, I advise you to please watch this broadcast from the beginning again. And to those who are going to see this after we have wrapped it up, right? Just join us later this evening for a comprehensive report on all that transpired from last night to this moment in Nigeria, including the meeting that Tifnumbu had with the former National Assembly members that met with him inside the Old Rock yesterday. It seems that PDP will retain Edo States. So far, so good from what I've seen so far. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please like this broadcast as you are all moving out of the temple now. Share it if you haven't, and set your time. 8 p.m. UK Nigerian time this evening. I will be back here, and I hope you join me for a better update. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary political. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.